So this morning we really wanted to have an interactive kind of discussion in regards to some reasons to contact and small gifting topics.
For the butterfly effect. Woo!
For the butterfly effect. Right. Why don't we talk about recycled customer? So first, what is a recycled customer?
I think it's the customer that used to deal with another associate,
Exactly.
that it comes back to you.
Exactly. So the recycled customer is a customer that had another associate assigned to them, but now is assigned to you. So essentially, you're starting fresh with this customer because she's not really shopped with you before.
You identify a recycled customer in your reasons to contact.
Like a red circle with a little oak recycling.
Yeah, if you go into reasons to contact and you pull up your clients, you will see this next to their name.
Has anybody had this on their ISO? So when it comes to, reasons to contact and contacting this customer, what is your plan of action when you are contacting this customer? Because you have no idea who they are, right?
Word up.
Right, Nancy? Purchase history, right? Anybody else?
Right, so for those of you who are new, when you click on a client that's a recycled customer and you don't know who they are, you could say, oh wow, I have a new client on my reasons to contact. Let's look at them. What do they like to spend? What interests them? And then this way you can develop them and gain a new client.
And then we go into marketing, and then we look at our promotions that might benefit them.
Correct.
And then you give them a little bit of, you let them know about all the promotions that are going on. You introduce yourself, and then the digital gift card is an awesome thing too, so that when they come in, they know who's contacting them.
I have to say from my personal experience, the first time we started with Butterfly Effect, I introduced myself, that I can assist you with the spring summer collection, let me know if you need any assistance. I got more excited for Project Beauty because it's another way of the customer that's afraid of kind of coming to Neiman Marcus and they've purchased maybe $200 with Neiman Marcus. It's a great way of bringing them back because it's an excellent opportunity because they're getting an extra 25 and cosmetic is the same price everywhere. So I personally got more excited and I was sending a lot of emails and a lot of texts about that. So that's an excuse for me to kind of get them again.
Good reason.
Yeah.
So when you're contacting these customers, just be real with them. You can say, I've had, associates come up to me and tell me, I had a recycled customer, and I said, what did you message them? Because I know a lot of people feel uncomfortable. Like, what do I say to a person that I've never met before? I'm not going to go through their purchase history and say, by the way, how's this thing that you bought that I didn't, sell to you? That's kind of awkward. But, there's no harm in saying, hi, this is Mireille from Neiman Marcus. I know you don't know who I am, but I just wanted to let you know we're having a great event called Project Beauty. Can I make a reservation for you? And I know there's an example in men's, Catherine Tavares was telling me that she had a customer who was recycled, and she didn't know who it was. She said, hi, this is Catherine from Neiman Marcus in Paramus. I see that you have a $100 gift card for your In Circle. Would you like to use it? Is there anything that you're looking for that I can set aside for you? And she sold something to that customer without ever, knowing who they are. So that's something that you can use. So maybe it's okay also, when you're sending those text messages to, introduce yourself. Like, hey, this is Mira. You might not remember me, but I just want to let you know Project Beauty is happening, and then you can send a text bite as well. And then you can also send your digital business card. That's something that's a great opportunity to do as well.
What are some of the roadblocks that you encounter with a recycled client that you feel uncomfortable about?
We receive some, even managers on my ISO, I receive clients I don't know recycled. And so it's not the fear of contacting them, it's just if you do it for many, many customers, I think sometimes you're a little disappointed that no one responds. For the associates who have 20, 30 people, so you're trying to figure out a way of what can I say, what can I do that would bring upon a response.
I think it's a great way to get a response from a customer. I know that we've talked about it in my trainings, but yeah.
Always ask a question.
Yeah. Always ask a question. And maybe not finishing your text message or your email with, please let me know if you're interested. Because, I mean, let's be honest, if somebody said that to me, I'd be like, that's really nice, but I wouldn't think about it. I wouldn't feel obligated to respond, you know? So when you talk about, you know, asking a question, that's something that could be really, really helpful. And, you know, again, just a reminder for the butterfly effect, the new list is loading next week, but it's not part of your 8 p.m. percentage reasons to contact. So I just want to remind everybody to take your time with your butterfly customers, because you know what? These are the only customers you get an extra 3% with. So you're not going to get in trouble if you don't contact them by Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. You know, you have 2 weeks to contact them. So really take your time and do your research. And if you need help and say, this is a recycled customer who has no information whatsoever on their ISO, like, come up to me. We can talk about, you know, contacting or, you know, messaging.
What is small gifting?
So that's something that you can offer, right? You could say, you know, a beverage on us. Come in for a coffee on us. You know, Perrier on us, something like that. I mean, that's an
So
option.
we have 4 different cards that we give out. Each one of you mentioned them. So we have the beverage of choice, we have the free valet, the lunch pass, and the lunch for 2.
Everyone has seen these, right?
We also have a new one that's dessert. So
Oh.
that's gonna be nice as well, right?
We don't
So-
have those yet.
No, we don't have those yet. They're coming today, but each associate is going to get a few cards that they can have on their person at the register, whatever they wish, and they can give to their, you know, clients, you know, whatever they see, whenever they see fit, which I think is really, really great. And if you want to use the lunch for 2, you're just going to have to go and see your manager about it. But honestly, I mean, it's going to be right there in their office for you, convenient for you to use. So I guess the whole really point is making you guys feel empowered. Shows you, right?
Terry, tell us your story. You have a great success story.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of meeting this one customer Saturday night. She just came in out of the blue, and we just started chatting, and she was looking to buy a gift. So she wanted to possibly buy a bag, maybe a Chanel bag for someone who was turning 65. It was her sister-in-law. So before we were doing that, I was telling her about, you know, do you have a Neiman Marcus card? And she said no. She says, I don't really need another charge card, which everyone does say. So I says, but our card is unlike any other card. And I was explaining to her the benefits of the card and what it does. And she said, you know, you're the first one that ever really sat and took the time to explain it to me. And it sounds really great. She says, I think I'm going to open it. So she opened the card with me. She didn't buy anything that evening, but we made the connection. And I didn't, you know, we ended up going by Cookie. She looked at a bag, and Cookie helped me with that. But at that moment, she wasn't ready to make the purchase. She called me that evening, and she said, you know what? I decided I'm going to make the purchase. And then she came in yesterday and made the purchase with her husband. At that point, I asked Hyde if I can treat them to lunch, because they're new. They just opened up the cards. They opened up the account with $15,000. So that was really great. And she said to me, my husband's going to come around, she purchased the bag, and she said, my husband's now going to come around Mother's Day because I want to get something for myself.
Well, I can give you guys some examples as well. I know that we've had a customer in handbags who came in, and her fiance was buying her a bag, and I said that they were getting married in May. And, you know, Drita in handbags made a great connection with them. So I decided, you know, why not give them something? So we went up to gifts, and we got 2 champagne flutes, and we sent them to them, you know, and we said thank you so much, you know, and that's a great opportunity to do as well. I know someone in men's had a customer came in, and she made a connection with them, and they were buying their wedding shoes, and they're like, oh, you know, she's like, you should really buy shoe trees, and he's like, oh, I don't know, I've never had them before, and, you know, we gifted them to him, you know, why not do something for them, you know, because he had already said that he would be coming back, so, you know, why not do something for your customer if you really feel like you made that connection, you know, you can do that, of course, you know, a customer coming in and saying, you know, they just had a baby, and they, you know, they spent some money with you, you know, we can gift them something, you know, we can take advantage. I want you guys to feel empowered. This is your business, you know, yay! So we're going to be giving the cards out to you guys, which is really, really exciting. You know, you guys will have them to give to your customers however you wish, which I think is really, really great. You know, you don't have to go to your manager anymore and, you know, ask to use them. The only thing I do ask, you guys can help me out, is whenever you give out your cards, just to write your name on the front, you know, with my compliments, Danielle Nuttree, and then just on the back, if you could just write the customer's name, just because we're trying to keep track of that.
Just real quickly, do not forget that this weekend on Saturday is our Project Beauty. With a $25 prepay used on a MasterCard to purchase your the reservation, the client comes in, picks up their $25 gift card, and then MasterCard matches it. So the client walks in with $50 to spend that day. In addition, if she spends $125 that day, she'll receive the lovely little clutch from the Gift of Beauty. So when you bring those $25 gift cards, please bring them down to me so that we will have them ready for your client to pick up with her additional $25 and her raffle tickets for Saturday morning.
Lastly, I will be walking around the store for the next week or so and next week as well with little envelopes in my hand. I'm going to be going around talking to everybody, asking them for their opinions, what works and what doesn't work for them and their success stories. So as of right now, I'm going to give gift cards to people who gave me their success stories. But if anybody wants to come up to me and tell me theirs, I can give them a little gift card as well. Okay? So thank you guys.
Thank you. Do you feel empowered?
We do.
Yay!